As you just settle into this morning's meditation, just finding your breath, breathing in and breathing out. Doing a very attentive body scan from the tips of your toes all the way up to the top of your head, as you just make some mind-body connections. And if you notice any tweaks or twinges or aches or pains, just noticing, not staying stuck there. You're simply noticing that it's there and then moving on, move to a different location. The more we stay stuck or attached to whatever is in our awareness, the more we become resistant to letting it go, or resistant to just acceptance. And that resistance then turns into stuckness. We resist and it persists, and then we become stuck. We just scan to see what's there. As we've said before, a temperature check-in. And the more we do that awareness and temperature check-in, the more we are able to make the mind-body connection. Because it comes to us sooner that our shoulders are tight or our hands are clenched. So you can begin today by doing that scan, but you can also begin every day by simply scanning without becoming attached. Of course, we can do a longer body scan, but sometimes we just need a check-in. And if you find that there is an area in your body that feels kind of stuck, you can do some gentle movement. You can breathe into that area. But the idea is not to stay there. Not to ruminate. And we'll bring that same practice to our thoughts and emotions. Our thoughts about events that are happening in our lives. and the feelings that are attached to those events. When we hang on to them and ruminate, we bring anxiety, which then comes into our bodies. So we watch the thought, we watch the emotion, we watch the aches and pains in our bodies, but not for long. We notice, we acknowledge, but we don't invite them in. And when we notice the thoughts and the emotions, we can immediately go to where is that residing in our body. Listening to the sounds in the air, the sounds around us can change our focus. When we notice that we are getting stuck by a thought or an emotion or something in our bodies, we can change the awareness to sounds in the environment. We might notice the fridge humming or the air moving. We might notice the sounds of traffic outside or people walking past our houses, laughing and giggling. We might notice the furnace coming on or going off. But they are all just sounds that we can pay attention to briefly as we let it go. As with everything that comes into our awareness, we just pay attention for moments and then come back to the present moment of our breath or of our silence. As we learn to become unstuck from holding on to the thoughts and the emotions, holding on to the feelings, the sounds. Because the more we are able to let them go, the more we will experience that inner peace and harmony. And so during our practice this morning, our silent practice, just becoming aware of what's coming into your mind. The awareness is our first step. It's an important step because we are giving ourselves permission to notice and permission to let go. Because what is important for us is what is here right now in this moment. The breath, the beating of our heart, the awareness That awareness opens so many doors for us. Freeing ourselves for possibility, freeing ourselves to grow and continue on our path to learning about ourselves. We have that freedom. We simply have to give ourselves permission. Sometimes it is that we get the message from others, from society, from Facebook, from all of the social media, that we need to worry, that we need to stay stuck. Those messages are so subtle sometimes. But the truth is, we don't need to stay stuck. We don't need to worry and hang on. When we find that freedom of silence in our minds, the freedom of letting go, there is so much possibility for us. So as we sit in silence this morning, just remembering to let whatever comes into your awareness be. We might call that choiceless awareness. Just letting things float in and out, knowing that we have the inner wisdom, the courage and the strength to notice and let it go. Knowing that we have all done this many, many times in our lives. We have noticed and we have let go. We all have the inner wisdom and the power. And so now for the rest of this time together, you're going to practice the choiceless awareness, noticing the coming and going of thoughts, emotions, and sound. Maybe noticing the coming and going of any body sensations that arise. Remembering that all you have to do is notice and then let it float away. So for the next few moments, if you find yourself getting ruminating or getting anxious, you're always going to go back to the breath. You can simply notice the breath, or you can say, I am breathing in, I am breathing out. So for the next while, we will sit in silence until you hear my voice again. May you be safe. May you be content. May you feel strong. May you live with ease.